All right, let's get to work on our air system so we can get the blast cabinet set up this weekend. Now, I did not go to the hardware and get a pipe cutter, the tool that I'm missing that I have. One thing, I did not want to go to town. There is too much traffic, too much humanity, and I just didn't want to go. So I looked up the Amazonian River site and found one about $10 cheaper than what they had them at the hardware. Same thing. Ordered it yesterday morning, 1-day delivery. It got here about 2 hours ago, and it's just now lunchtime. So there it is. It looks just like the one I had, almost. That's how you cut PVC pipe. The hacksaw days are over with, especially for something like this. So let's get started on that. Thank you, you're welcome. And they are made in China, which everything else is too, so. Not satisfied, I better keep that, just in case. That's the warranty card. Alright, let me show y'all what we got. I finally got all my lines ran, I think. Compressor goes into this manifold regulator. We can adjust it here. I think I said 100 pounds of pressure is plenty. Goes up, goes inside there. Here I just added this drop here. It goes down to here. So right there. And I can attach a hose there and go out to where the lawnmowers are, all out in here if I need to. Or I can use it up here on this table. And it goes across over here. And this is an old hose reel here. The reel is fine. But that hose, I do not like this kind of hose. I'll deal with it for now. I got to get a little small whip to go from here to here, so I can use that. That'll be for the boat tires and that kind of thing. And it goes all the way across there to here. Got a drain here. Still got to attach a hose to it, but I'll do that one day, so I can drain the lines out if I need to. I got my tire gauge and hose hanging up here, so you can pull the car, truck, whatever right here, air up tires, or take this off, use it for whatever. Alright, that is the outside setup. Now let's go back inside and I'll show you where I ran the new lines in there. It's really difficult to video trying to put that stuff in, climbing up and down the ladder. And anyway, tied in right there, came all the way across here. All right, I got a drop right there. That'll be for my flexible hose whenever it gets here. Amazon was a day late, but that's all right. And it comes down, got a drop here, and this is where the blast cabinet will go. And I can always unplug it there and use it over in this area if I need to. And excuse this mess. This is, I'm trying to figure out now where to put all this stuff, but that does not work anymore, and I may go ahead and just push it out the hole and close that up. May do that today. But it was a good air conditioner when I put it in, but it was very old. It quit working. You can't really charge those things without doing a whole bunch of stuff, and it costs more than it's worth. So it was good while it lasted, but out it goes. So that's the progress on the blast cabinet project so far. Got all our lines ran. And like I said, the ones out back, I did these yesterday, so they're good and dry. The ones out back have been done for probably an hour, so I'm gonna let them dry for a few more hours before I put any pressure on them, just in case. And I'm getting low on horns. Don't have many left. Alright, while the pipes are drying, let's go ahead and unbox the blast cabinet. To the top, we got the owner's manual, and these are, I think, covers to go over the screen there. I still don't have a place to put it yet. We're gonna go ahead and get it out of there. Excuse me, very dusty in here. Alright, there's the first look at it. Alright, let me cut this box off of there. We'll keep that cardboard. Don't throw nothing away, y'all know that. Alright, let me get the box cut off of it and see if I can't lift it to get it on the stand it's going to go on. Maybe I can. I might have to get some help. I'm not supposed to lift anything heavy. So, we'll see. I like it so far. Alright, there it is on the stand. And I had to adjust my stand a little bit. Put another piece on there. And I may have to adjust it again. The instructions are not very clear, so I better watch another couple of videos. But anyway, that height is about right for me. I'll stand right here, look down in there. The height is okay. I think I may have to cut a hole in the bottom there for the little emptying chamber thing. That's why I gotta watch some videos, because Harbor Freight, if y'all ever do anything, the quality of the tool seems to be pretty good. A lot of y'all stuff is getting better. Why don't you hire a translator and somebody that knows how to write to make your instructions? Is that hard? I don't think so, but anyway, who am I? So, alright, let me check out some videos and see how everybody else done this. So, we'll be back. Alright, I'm testing the system. Let's see, I got up to probably about 110 pounds of pressure. Compressor's off. I sprayed some inside, so we're going to see how long it will hold the pressure. I had a couple of seeps inside that I fixed. I think I fixed them. And I'm going to give it about an hour and look at it again and see. Still putting the blast cabinet together, but got to get these lines, everything squared away with that first. Alright, I found one more leak that I fixed and then pumped it back up. It was at a little over 100 pounds. And it's still holding pretty strong. There is one more seep, which is actually in the compressor itself, right down in here. And but if it'll hold that for over an hour, I'm not going to dive into this, not just for that, not now anyway. So there we go. Now back to our blast cabinet build. All right, back to putting our SAN BASS cabinet together. Got the air hose coming in through the back, and we'll seal that up when I get it all finalized. So now we're going to put the wand in there, or the gun, whatever you want to call it. Alright, and that's stuck right there. Should be okay. Now this little C-clamp is what came with it. Tighten that down. You can turn it that way and put it up top. Alright, use a smaller screwdriver. Hang on. Alright, clamp on there like that. Alright, it's not going anywhere. Now I watched several videos, and I'll link the one that was the most help to me. What this guy did, instead of having a straight fitting on there, he used one of these whip hoses, which I got a whip hose. I like that idea. And the siphon tube, which is here, we're gonna put it over there. Just gotta take this out, move it around that way. That way all the hoses are coming from the same direction. I think that'll work better. So let's do that right quick. Alright, that's what it looks like. We got room to move around. We can move these hoses around, get them out of the way. Gloves come in like that. Now, if I didn't say it before, I'll say it now. I've never had one of these. I've never used one. So it's going to be a learning experience. So I do have blast media already for it. I've had it for a couple of years. It's in a bag, it's nice and dry, and we'll see that in a little bit. Now we got to finish up our air system, hooking it up, and that won't reach out here, so I'll show you all that here in just a minute. Now what I've done here, the whip hose goes inside. Here I've got a water separator, because this air, it has to be very, very dry. This is the one that was on the main tank out there. I got to get another one to replace that. But got a valve here, so when I've got the air on for the rest of the shop, this is not always pressurized. See, that's pressurized, that's not. Now it's a little bit loose, but I think that'll hold it okay. Got a hose going from my drop there down. Also, I can unhook this hose here and use it for something else if I need to, when I'm not using the cabinet. Which the cabinet's not going to get every single day use, but when it needs to be used, it needs to be used. So everything's hooked up, I believe. Now I'm going to put it back against the wall, get it leveled up, secured down, and let's give it a run, see what it does. Well, alright, it's taken me, this is the 5th day I've been working on this project. Ordinary people could do it in 1 day, but I have to stop and rest every now and again. Anyway, like I think the last clip, the air system is done. Got my new hose in there, which I really like. I like it much better than the Harbor Freight ones. It didn't cost as much, and it came with both ends on it. So I still got to figure out how to attach it somewhere, but that's all right. I got everything moved around to where I can use it still. Table saws here, router tables here, bandsaw here. I still have to build another stand for my joiner, but I don't use that tool a lot, but every now and then I need it. Star of the show, the blast cabinet. I think I'm ready to give it a try. Now I've got the it's not level, the base is sort of fell over because I had to move it around, but still got to level it up. And what I did on the air supply, it comes in here, showed that. Right, this goes here, and I took the dryer, the water separator, off of the compressor, off the main compressor, until I get another one. I'll put another one there. Put a valve on it, so I can turn it off and on, so it's not on the whole time. And I can unplug this and use this hose for something else if I need to. Now the cabinet itself, I've watched dozens and dozens of videos. And since you can't see in there, now you can. Okay, air comes in here. The gloves out of the way. There's the gun. Now I got a 5-foot whip cord, whip hose put here. That rotates like this. And suggestion from a couple of channels I watched, I flipped this around and put the siphon hose in here. Now I hadn't put the blast media in there yet. I've got it, but that's going to be the next thing. Vacuum port. This is the vent, which they send a plug to plug that up. But if you plug that up, what I've seen on YouTube so far, they once you plug that up, you create a, what they call it, a positive vacuum. It makes a vacuum inside, and that's what causes all the leaks. So there's no plug on the back, that's just a vent. And by the way, this light is the one I had under the bench over there by the drill presses, which I never used, so I just took it off and put it in here. Ran it through there. There's the vacuum hookup. And I think I'm ready to bring some blaster media down here and try it out. Now I'm going to practice on some of my stuff. I'm not going to practice on customer stuff, but is what it is. We're gonna try it in just a minute. My radio alarm I've got right here. I cannot bring myself to get rid of it. So in the next several weeks, I'm gonna put a new table on it. I've got a new blade for it. The way to change the blade on these, you got to take the blade guard off, which is that. It looks worse than it is. It's just take the blade guard off, put the blade on, put that, just goes right back on there. No big deal. Now get it leveled up and use it from time to time. So there we go. Let me get everything set up and get something to practice on, and let's give it a try. Alright, this is a bag of Black Diamond coal slag abrasive. Now I've had this for a couple of years. I bought it to go in my little handheld sandblaster. Never opened it. I'm going to use this because this is what we have. Now later on I'll get some more. Now this is, says put 30 pounds in here. That's a 50-pound bag. I've also seen that you don't need that much. That's what it looks like. And this is really hard to video. Hang on. Stay with me. Let's see if we can see it from in here. Because I really need more room than this, but this is what I got. I'm out of room in the shop with this project, will be for sure. Put a couple of these buckets in there. Hang on, it'll take just a minute. Let me get a couple more in there and then we'll see what we got. Okay, I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm gonna give it the first run. Got the air on, and this is a pipe, one of my pipe wrenches that I've been gonna restore forever. Well, gotta get the vacuum on. It's gonna get loud. outstanding. I like it. The vacuum system, leaving that vent open, works well. There's no dust in the shop. Now this thing was rusty and had paint on it. There it is. Nice and clean. It didn't take but just a few minutes. And like I said, this is one of mine. This is an old Rigid USA, back when Rigid made real tools in USA. There's the main body. Of course, it'll still need a wipe down and all that, but very, very pleased. Now the ring nut is actually cracked. I didn't know that before I blasted it, but okay, we can fix that. So, did I get my money's worth? I think absolutely. That will handle anything I'm gonna do with it. These little screens that cover it, it came with an extra set, but that's not the best in the world, but it's okay. Now without the light, I wouldn't be able to do that, so it's too dark in there. But something I already had, and I thought it would work, and it does work. Take a look down in there. Gun worked fine. The siphon tube worked fine. Win, win, win. I like it. I don't know what else to say. Now it's been a long drawn out video, I know that, but I thank y'all for watching. If you're interested, and a couple of friends of mine was thinking about getting these, I would absolutely get them. Let's see. Most of the videos that's on these are 8 and 10 years old, where they was less than $100. I paid $179 for this, and I think it was $8 for the whip hose that I put in, and can't count the air system because, you know, you'll have that anyway. But very, very pleased. How about that? Now with that, I will say thank y'all very much for watching. Thank you for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you watching. Appreciate everybody that's ever donated anything to the shop. Not too many to name, but thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. This was one of the last tools that I really, really needed. And we got it. One more to go. But I'll stop rambling. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.